Okay, so let's look at some altcoins and let's start with Ethereum because Ethereum moves the market. So let's look at ETH BTC. Again, this looks really, really positive on the weekly chart. You can expect us today for us to go up today and into Sunday. I think ultimately, I think before we get any sort of reasonable correction, the ETH BTC ratio, I think moves. Let's move this to here. I think it hits this point before we see a cool off on ETH BTC. So, more upside on ETH BTC. And if we bring it to the Ethereum USD chart, again, more upside. So more upside on this today. If I bring my daily chart, we definitely had a new all-time high. So, we may give a little bit of this candle back, maybe worst case scenario to this point here. That's the worst case scenario. Or actually, we retest the peaks here, which we have done. I think we will give probably a little bit more. So we could give up all the way up to here, somewhere there, and we'll be going up for a higher price. So, today we'll go up higher and tomorrow we'll go up higher. I think, by the close of the week, you could be seeing ETH around the 5-6 mark, 5-5. 5-5 mark, I think is possible on ETH before Monday. So that's ETH. Let's move on to um, some of our favorites, Celestia. So let's look at Celestia BTC. So Tier BTC is also looking really good. This is one of the best charts I've seen on this for a long time. Positive close here. We've come to support zone and got support. Yeah, this will go up. I think Tier BTC, I think we'll test these tops. Um, at the very least, let's go for modest target and say the Bollinger. So it will test the 175, which means tier USD has some more upside. This support line is being held. So I expect this to continue going up. I think first resistance point is after we break here. The next resistance point is around here, and then the next one is around here. I think between today to the end of the week, I think we'll put an interest box and we'll draw it from here all the way to here. That's our interest box. That's where we expect this to hit. And then we move on to the USD pair chart, and I've drawn a pattern here. So we've done a move up, we've done a retrace, lower high, retrace, got support on the trend line, bullish daily candle, retest. Again, it's very similar story. So, we can expect a retest of around 228 and probably maybe push up to about 250. I think we could get to 250. I think we could even get slightly higher, which is about 260. We could get it before the end. Let's put an interest box here to get here from here to there. So that's what we expect. At the very least, that's what we expect Celestia to fall to. So coming to this point, do a pullback into next week, probably come back and test these tops here, which will be around the 227. So come and test it and then go for the ultimate, move to the upside, which is on the weekly chart, which would take us into somewhere around the $4 mark, around the 376 to, $4.15. That zone. And again, we can draw another zone here. So after next week's pullback, early Monday pullback, by the end of next week, I'd expect Celestia to be edging towards the $4 mark. So that's Celestia. Let's move on to some other coins. Aave is looking good. Aave BTC. This looks really beautiful on the weekly chart. It's going to go higher, higher prices on Aave. I think Aave will hit $400 easy very quickly. It will hit this and exceed this top very, very, very quickly. It's one of the strongest coins that you could ever have and trade. So today I'd expect it to cool off a little bit because of this big red candle, this big green candle. Maybe come back and test the Bollinger would be here. So somewhere there, come back and test somewhere here. And then continue his journey to the upside and go further higher. And from today we'll go higher, tomorrow we'll go higher. So by the end of the week, I think by the end of Sunday, you can expect this to probably, at the very least, be at $367. Or I think we'll do a double top on this before Sunday's close. So we can put an interest box there. We'll do a double top close somewhere here, and then we'll do a bit of a pullback and continue the journey to the upside. So that's Aave. I'm focusing on some of these um, decentralized finance coins because they are kind of the ones that move first. So this one has done its drop there, drop here, gone up, and then a pullback, come to get support on the 200. I think this would also start looking like um, turning around. If you go to the daily, the maker, it's already done that. So you've got a strong bullish candle here. You've done a retest here. So long as we hold this 200, and I think we will, most likely we will hold it. But if we don't on this one, you can bet we'll be here. If we don't hold that, then you can expect that prices will come to here. And if we bring it to the weekly chart, it's not unusual that this one could end up coming in here, um, as a lower high before because it's not looking strong on the weekly chart yet. If you bring it even to the monthly chart, it's not looking strong. So most likely, makeup comes back to test here at some point before it gets its kind of sling off to go for higher prices. But it will go higher, it will go higher and test these tops here and even probably go all the way up to that point here. So, these are, gold dust prices when it gets to these zones here. If it gets into this anywhere into this box here, liquidity zone here will be a great area to buy because it will be going back up. Let's look at CRV. So CRV BTC, and you can see here, it's been, oh dear, it's been flat, pretty bad, pretty flat. Yeah, this is good. So you have your kind of stop there, retest, retest, double bottom, you'll be going up. So I think, CRV continues its journey to the upside. I think we'll end up probably closing above this resistance zone on the monthly chart and also the resistance zone, which is sitting on the weekly chart. I think we'll close above it. I think we'll go higher. So I would say CRV goes probably to somewhere around the 120 before the end of the week. So let's put a line there about 120 before the end of the week. And then let's move on to Say quickly. So Say is also looking good. By the end of the week, I think this will turn green and it will probably be on its way towards this box. It will take a while to get to this box, I think, but we will get into this box and also even all the way up to this point here. So Say is looking good. I mean, if it gets bad, you might get back here. And, if you buy here, it's not too bad. You can buy here again. The bigger trade is to the upside. IMX. So IMX is also looking good on this chart. Again, it's one of those charts that we like. It's done all the levels we like to count. And we've got some support here on the weekly chart. If you bring it to the daily chart, it's a very strong close on the daily chart. There's divergence on this candle. We're doing a bit of a retest, and I think we'll go higher. I think we can be testing the 6-7 zone before Sunday's close, which would be really good. So more higher prices on IMX as well. OP is also looking good on the daily chart. You can see strong closing. We'll have a retest and we'll go higher. I think OP goes to test these tops at the very least, which is 8-7. So we can move our legs to somewhere there. That's where I think we'll minimum get to before the end of the week. Ultimately, I think here is where it's coming to. So that's what we'll be looking for, somewhere around the 111 zone to about 120 will be what we're looking for as an initial rise. And then let's look at render. So render as well is looking good. It's now beginning to look good. It's not green yet, but I think by the end of the week it will be green. all the liquidity has been taken here, double top, double bottom. I don't expect us to come back into it anymore. I expect this to continue to go. If you buy some here, if it comes back in, you buy some more, it's gonna go up. So I think for me, I think, I'll be, thinking that we will be getting to somewhere, back to these points here by the end of next week. We'll be back there around the $485. It's possible by the end of the week into next week. Now let's go into Injective. Injective is another one of our coins. Again, it's looking really, really, really positive. All the kind of drops are there. You dropped there, dropped here, dropped here, dropped here, dropped here, drop there. Then you're going to up, you're going to drop here, drop here. That's it. This thing is going to go up. So Injective is looking really good. I think next week's target, I think we'll break this resistance zone sitting here. We'll break it. And I think we'll be heading for higher prices. I think by the close of next week, I think Injective will be around the $22. So we can move our interest line to somewhere there, around $22 on Injective. And then we go higher. Let's go and see what others we've got. We've done Ethereum already. So those are just the interest coins that we have. And that's all I've got for the week. Have a good week and trade safe. And this is not financial advice. This is just what I'm doing and I'm just sharing it. So if you like it, click the like button and subscribe.